We're back with another episode of What Will I Be Watching? The show where I go over the upcoming season of anime and I tell you, as the name suggests, the shows that I will be watching, the shows that I won't be watching, and the shows that maybe I just don't really care all that about. And my boys, it is time to open up, to get a quick little glimpse away from this horrible, terrible year of 2020 for a number of reasons and step foot into the brand new age of 2021 with the winter 2021 anime season from January 2021 up to March 2021. And as always, I am on livechart.me. I think they updated their website a little bit because it looking a little bit different. It looking like it has a bit of a fresh coat of paint, if you get my drift. But yeah, what can I say about the year of 2020 when it comes to anime other than it wasn't all that. I mean, personally speaking, I don't know, maybe it's just because I've gotten old when it comes to anime. I've gotten a little bit jaded over the ages, but there's just something about the anime of 2020 that just didn't really impress your boy all that much. And I know for a fact that that is definitely not a controversial opinion in any way. I've heard a lot of people saying that, you know what, the year of 2020, yes, of course, it had a couple of those bangers, but especially compared to the last couple of years, those bangers definitely weren't as big of a hit as the last couple of years. Let's just say that. So I'm hoping that as long as there are no shows that get delayed, like, because 2020 was just a fucking delay fest of shows, I'm hoping that this first season, the winter season of 2021, will give us a couple of new shows that will kind of excite my testicles a little bit into watching some brand new anime. But as always, if you'd like to know my thoughts on the previous seasons, then I've left the links down in the description below, and also I'm purely just going off of my prior knowledge of these shows, unless they are continuations. And I'm sure it goes without saying, but these are first impressions. I ain't no fucking soothsayer. I don't know if a show's gonna be good or not, so I'm based off these purely off of first impressions, so give your boy a little bit of salt and credit for that. But without further ado, let's just jump right into it. So as always, we're also going off of the average user rating, and right at the top we have Slime Isekai 2 Part 1. So it looks like the second half premieres July 2021. I feel like the anime industry has been doing that a lot recently. Like, I don't know why they just don't label it as Season 2 and Season 3. No, it's Season 2 Part 1 and Season 2 Part 2. Like, what is this, fucking Harry Potter? But yeah, the Slime Isekai Season 2 is hotly talked about, apparently, according to this website. I mean, I watched the first season of Slime Isekai, definitely, you know, way after it came out. Obviously, I didn't watch that shit while it was airing because I look at the word Isekai and I get fucking Nam flashbacks. But after I did finish Season 1, I must say, it was pretty decent. I had a fun ride, you know, going into it. Again, wasn't absolutely incredible, amazing, like, genre-defining in any sense, but it was pretty good for what, especially, you know, compared to what usually the isekai genre has to offer in anime recently. So yeah, I guess a lot of people are really excited about this upcoming second season. I'm probably gonna watch it. So yeah, not much else I can say about that. And then up next, we have another continuation, but this time it's ReZero Season 2, Part 2. Okay, again, what is it with these parts, my boys? Just what is the point of seasons anymore? And I mean, look, ReZero Season 2, at the time of me recording this video, I haven't finished it yet. You know, nor have I really even caught up to the latest episodes. I've only really just kind of dipped my toes into Season 2, but from the little that I have seen, yes, I am enjoying it. Am I enjoying it as much as Season 1? No, not exactly. And I kind of already knew what was going to happen in the beginning parts of Season 2 because I've read ahead on the light novels just slightly, but even still, really good anime. You know, especially when we're dealing with the isekai genre, because we can't get enough of those in 2020, did we? This Season 2 Part 1 started off pretty well, so I'm hoping that White Fox will be able to kind of carry on that momentum into Season 2 Part 2, which again, just fucking call it what it is. It's Season 3, okay? Come on now. But this third one, we got to talk about here. We got to talk about this, because I'm sure it goes without fucking saying, but who is not excited? Who is not excited about Attack on Titan, the final season? This time around, though, Mappa is joining the ranks. Mappa is going to come in and just kind of land the final blow. And I knew that this livechart.me like had a fresh coat of paint, because this was never prevalent here. This like whole spoilers thing, like I did not edit this, by the way. This is like integrated into the website. You know what, livechart.me? That was a good fucking choice, so GG's on that front. So obviously I'm not going to click on the whole spoilers thing, because I obviously don't want to give you guys spoilers in case, I don't know who hasn't seen Attack on Titan or who hasn't caught up on Attack on Titan, but hey, you never know, Alright, so I ain't gonna spoil it here, but I have a general understanding of what's gonna be happening in the final season, but I have not read up on the manga whatsoever. I'm purely an anime watcher, and from the 3 seasons, or I guess 4 seasons, because there was season 2 part 1, season 2 part 2, again with the parts. Stop it! From what I have seen so far, this final season gonna be lit as fuck. Like, I can already tell. Like, as long as Mappa just, it's done the triple axel turn now, it's done all of the twists and turns on the ice rink, all Mappa has to do is just land that final scene. Just land the final landing, give a nice pose, get that 10 out of 10, and it'll be an instant classic. So I'm hoping, we're all fucking praying to Anime Jesus that Mappa pulls through with the Attack on Titan final season. Because from what I've heard very, very briefly from the manga readers, and I have a couple of friends who are manga readers of Attack on Titan, this shit gonna be fucking insane. Like, this final season is going to blow expectations out of the water. Again, as long as Mappa pulls through with the animation. So, yeah, fingers crossed for that. I'm gonna be very excited about this. And, you know, honestly, like, actually, I don't even know what I'm saying. By the time this video actually comes out, I think the first episode would be up, because it says December the 7th, 2020. So I'm pretty sure if I get this video up on time, then I think the video might have come out like a couple of days before this video, if you're watching this as it uploads. So, hey, you know, if you want to know my thoughts about the first season or whatever, because I'm probably going to be tweeting about it, then make sure to follow your boy over on Twitter. I'll wait. It's really easy. Just open up a Twitter. If you don't have a Twitter, create an account, alright? Just create an account, put your favorite anime picture on, and then just boom, just go give your boy a follow, alright? Give your boy a follow. I'm fucking verified as well, so it's gonna be hard to miss. Just give your boy a follow, alright? You done it? Alright, cool. Let's continue on with the video. Alright, the fourth one here is Dr. Stone's Stone Wars. So this is, I guess, the second season of Dr. Stone. Now, Dr. Stone for me is rather bittersweet, because I can't exactly say that I am enjoying Dr. Stone. It's really weird. Dr. Stone and I have a very weird relationship where, of the little that I have seen of season 1, and of the little that I have read of the manga, I have enjoyed a lot of elements of Dr. Stone. There are a lot of episodes and a lot of small moments that I really am like, hey, that's fucking cool in Dr. Stone. But as an entire package, as an entire series, not all that hot about it. And for the longest time, I've been trying to figure out why that is the case. Because, you know, it's shonen, but it's got some science in it. It's got some fighting in it. It's got some great dialogue in it. That's all elements that I really enjoy in my anime and manga. And yet, Dr. Stone, I don't know. I really don't know. It's just not clicking with me 100%, or as much as it should be. Not to say, again, to all the Dr. Stone fans, I am not saying that Dr. Stone is a bad anime or a bad manga. Absolutely not. I enjoy, again, the little moments in it, but I'm not exactly craving for the next episode. I'm not exactly craving for a season 2 or the next chapter or the next volume of Dr. Stone. So it's kind of just there for me, just kind of floating around in the background. But yeah, so I'm probably eventually going to set my foot into this second season after I finish the first season. But until then, this is just going to be on hold for your boy. Alright, and then we also have another second season, but this time of Yakusoku no Neverland, the Promised Neverland. Cloverworks is back at it again. Cloverworks fucking did an amazing job on that first season, and yeah, I think the manga either has already finished or is about to finish. I don't know which one it is of the time you're watching this. You know, there's a lot of hype behind this, and there's also that live action that's going to be coming out as well of Promised Neverland, which I'm probably going to go and watch just because I'm really interested to see if they'll ever be able to fucking land a live action adaptation of this, because, you know, as much as live action adaptations have been getting a pretty shit rap for, you know, understandable reasons, there have been some live action anime recently that have really fucking nailed the landing. I mean, look at the Gintama live actions. They were fucking amazing, and nobody thought those were ever gonna work. So maybe Yakusoku Neverland might fall into that category, or it might just fall into the meh category of all the other live actions that we ever got. And then up next, we also have Log Horizon Entaku Houkai, which is the third season of Log Horizon. Okay, I'm really fucking glad, again, that LiveChart decided to put the spoilers thing, because I haven't finished Season 2 yet. This is a wonderful example, a wonderful reminder that I should probably get my ass to finish Season 2, because I fucking love Log Horizon. Log Horizon is, oh my god, it's one of the few isekai series that I absolutely fucking love. Just everything about it is just so well done. Granted, very dialogue heavy, especially season 1, and I think little parts of the little that I've seen of season 2 as well. But you know me, man, I love me my dialogue stuff, especially when it's done right. And for Log Horizon, definitely done right. So I'm hoping that season 3 kind of keeps going on with that. Although I must say, I don't remember if it was Studio Dean that did the first couple of seasons. I don't think it was. Although, again, I might be completely incorrect. I'm sure Muda, my lovely editor, will correct me on that if I am wrong. But I'm pretty sure it wasn't Studio Dean that did the first couple of seasons. So that's going to be really interesting to see. The Studio Dean kind of coming in and trying to do something with it. But yeah, so far, a lot of fucking sequels so far in this winter season. But I mean, hey, they've got to come out eventually, so might as well just get them all out of the way. And again, we have another sequel with literally the top 7 shows of winter 2021 are season 2s or part 2s of season 2s or part 4s of fucking, they're all sequels. And this one is Gotobun no Hanayome FF. I guess. Function. You're doing a function on top of a function. Mathematicians are fucking just having an aneurysm looking at that right now. But yeah, this is the second season of Quintessential Quintuplets. Have I seen it? No. Have I read it? I'm trying to. I have like a couple of volumes of it on my shelf right there because people have been telling me that it's fucking adorable and the manga is great and the anime is good as well. So I'm gonna read the manga for it personally. But yeah, again, if I enjoy the manga, I'm probably gonna go and watch the anime. And glad to know that there's another season of it. So yeah, that's all I can really say to that. Thank you, Biburi Animation Studios. Never heard of you. Don't know if you did season 1. I guess you guys can let me know in the comments. All right, but finally, we have a brand new show. 8 shows into this list, and we have our first brand spanking new show, and it is Mushoku Tensei Isekai Ittara Honki Dasu. 7 shows, 7 sequels I had to wade through in this video. And finally, the top anticipated brand spanking new anime of winter 2021 is a fucking isekai. But this doesn't seem like your typical shitty, harem, overpowered, self-insert fantasy type wank-off material type of isekai. Just looking at the fact that it is a drama fantasy magic definitely gives me more of a little bit more of a serious type isekai vibe. So let's read the synopsis because I have no idea what this is about. Just when an unemployed 34-year-old otaku reaches a dead end in life and decides that it's time to turn over a new leaf, he gets run over by a truck and dies. You gotta be fucking kidding me. Shockingly, he finds himself reborn into an infant's body in a strange new world of swords and magic. No fucking shit. His new identity is Rudius Greyrat. Oh, that is an unfortunate surname, my dude. But he still retains the memories of his previous life. Follow Rudius from infancy to adulthood as he struggles to redeem himself in a wondrous yet dangerous world. Oh, okay, so it's starting from infants, like it's an actual reincarnation story. Like it's not just like oh, you're teleported into this dude who is just, you know, it's just you, but with RPG clothes. Like, no, it's like an actual, like, different person. Like, you are actually reborn, like straight up reborn from a baby. Okay, that already puts a massive differentiation between all of the fucking self-insert wank material type of isekai. Like, this actually seems like a legitimate, like, this seems like it has an actual proper backstory to it, which could be interesting. And again, just looking at this poster, Studio Bind, never heard of them, but hey, this poster looks clean as fuck. I could probably get into a show like this. This kind of giving me a little bit of a Shinsekai Yori vibes to it, with a little bit of like Promised Neverland style, art style put into it as well. And if it's anything like that, hey, I think this is gonna kind of be a little bit of a different isekai. Again, I let the word isekai cloud my judgment a lot, but again, this is what will I be watching. It's all about first impressions, baby. And if your first impression is the same generic shit over and over again, I ain't gonna fucking deal with it. Alright, up next we have a show, again, that so many people have been telling me to go check out. So many people have been telling me to read, especially. But finally, it's getting an anime adaptation. It's Horimiya, baby, and it's Cloverworks back at it once again. But it is a comedy, romance, school shonen slice of life. Basically, it's a really fucking adorable rom-com series, from what I have heard. Again, I have like 8 volumes of it back there because my friend was like, just read like the first like 7-8 volumes and then it kind of gets mid after that. So I did that. Have I started reading it? Hell no. But I definitely do want to eventually get into it because from what I have heard of this show, from the adorable cuteness of a rom-com show, and I do love me my adorable cute rom-coms, this definitely seems like a show that I can easily get into. But if you have no idea, let's read the synopsis. The sweet, inspiring tale of school life begins. At school, Kyoko Hori is known for being smart, attractive, and popular. On the other hand, her classmate, the boring, gloomy Izumi Miyamura, tends to get painted as a loser fanboy. But when a liberally pierced and tattooed, not to mention downright gorgeous, Miyamura appears unexpectedly on the doorstep of secretly plain Jane homebody Hori, these two similarly dissimilar teenagers discover that there are multiple sides to every story and person. So yeah, the synopsis doesn't seem all that exciting, let's be real. It seems like just your very generic slice of life shonen rom-com series with its little adorables. Maybe throw in a couple of shoujo-esque elements into there as well. But I mean, look, the fact that out of the massive cesspool of these kinds of shows, the fact that the name Horimiya stands out to a lot of people, like, you'll hear that name pop up every now and then, like, much more commonly than all the other crap in the cesspool. That's gotta mean something, right? Like, that must mean that this show has some kind of redeeming factor to it that just makes it outshine all of those other slice of life rom-coms, so. And I'm really enjoying this art style as well. Like, Cloverworks, I mean, again, I know what the manga art style looks like, and this is pretty similar to the original manga art style, both of which I am fucking digging. Like, I do love this kind of, like, it's almost like a mid-2000s style art style that I wish would come back because that's the shit I grew up on and that shit is mint in my eyes. So yeah, if it's gonna follow anything on that suit, then I think this is gonna be a really cute, adorable show that, you know, a lot of people might really enjoy. So I'm definitely gonna check this one out. Okay, we gotta talk about this. Oh, the day has come. It had to be the next season. It is an anime adaptation of Kaifuku Jutsu no Yarinaoshi, otherwise known as Redo of a Healer. It is finally here. Oh my god. So, to give a little bit of context, Redo of a Healer is a title that I did a What the Fuck Japan episode on many moons ago. If you guys know anything about Redo of a Healer, you would know that this show is gonna get a lot of people angry. Look, if you want my full review of why it is probably the most fucked up light novel out there and has the most fucked up manga adaptation out there because it is bordering on some like straight up like snuff material like doujin, then yeah, I'll leave the link down in the description below. Please go check out that What the Fuck Japan, and don't worry, I'll be making more What the Fuck Japans in the near future. But regardless, this is getting an anime adaptation, and when I heard that this was getting an anime adaptation, in my head I was just like, how? I have read the light novel. I have read the manga. So I know everything that this series has to offer. And if there are some scenes in here where it's like, if the anime adaptation for this is anywhere similar to what has been written here in the light novel or what has been showed here in the manga, then people on Twitter are going to lose their fucking minds. Like, this show is going to make Goblin Slayer look like Fairy Tail. Like, that's how much more fucked up material is in this, especially in some later chapters that I have read, which is just like, how the fuck does TNK expect to be able to adapt this kind of shit? Alright, up next we have another light novel series which I have heard of before, but this time for better reasons than the last one. Kumo desu ga nanika? I'm a spider, so what? I think that's what the English title is. But yeah, this is a light novel series that is quite popular in Japan, and I think as well overseas. Like, it's definitely starting to pick up a name for it. But this is a 2-core series now, so it's going to be 24 episodes, so that's good to know. But yeah, let's just read the synopsis. I, the protagonist, was just an ordinary high school girl, but suddenly I was reincarnated as a spider monster in a fantasy world. Not only that, but I awakened in a dungeon filled with vicious monsters. Armed with only my human knowledge and my overwhelming positivity, I'm forced to use spiderwebs and traps to defeat far stronger monsters just to stay alive. So begins the labyrinth survival story of a girl with incredible mental strength, living as one of the lowest ranked beasts. So yeah, as you can see, this is yet another isekai. But this time around, it's like the slime isekai, but instead of a slime, you're a fucking spider. And as the synopsis shows, it's in first person this time instead of a third person. So this is a full-on self-insert isekai as well. But this is like a purposefully self-insert isekai. But yeah, I've read a little bit of the original light novel, and it's definitely a lot more bearable than most isekais out there, and the fact that it is getting quite popular amongst light novel readers really says a lot. So I'm definitely going to check this one out, and also the fact that it got a 2-core series as well out of all of the series that we've seen so far. It's got to say something, right? So I'm definitely going to check this one out. Alright, up next we have, oh wow, this is definitely a light novel title. 俺だけ入れる隠しダンジョン、こっそり鍛えて世界最強. Oh my god. Again, this is another power fantasy, probably isekai. If not, it's a just straight up power fantasy with a lot of ecchi involved, as the tag suggests. Fantastic, let's read the synopsis. The hidden dungeon is a place of legend where rare treasures and items are hidden. Nor, the third son of an impoverished noble family who's lost the one job offer he had, was lucky enough to hear about this dungeon. He then acquires a skill that allows him to create, bestow, and edit skills, and in order to use it, he needs to accumulate points by carrying out such tasks as eating delicious meals and doing sexual things with alluring members of the opposite sex. Oh, it's one of these, isn't it? It's one of these. These types of shows fall into a genre of anime that I would like to call should have been a doujin, should have been a hentai. But for some reason it was just like, you know what, we don't want to make it too sexual, so we're just going to keep a little bit of the sexuality and just pose it as an anime. Similar shows in the past years would be something like Uzaki-chan, where Uzaki-chan is literally a doujin story minus the sex scenes, hence why it was boring as fuck. And now this one guy and these 4 girls in this cover make a whole lot of sense. It's just doujin material, bro. This should have been a doujin. Should have kept it in the doujin drafts, bro. If I were to waste time watching should have been a doujin bro shows, then I'd rather just go read a doujin. So I think I'm gonna skip out on this one, just saying. But you know what show I will not be skipping out on? Beastars second season. Hell yeah, bro. I am fucking pumped for this. Oh my god. Look, I love me my Beastars, man. I've done an entire video on why Beastars is fucking amazing. I even went to go visit Studio Orange the other day, and it was fucking cool to see so much Beastars stuff. And yeah, I mean, look, what can I say about Beastars that I haven't already said in my video, which I will leave down in the description below, because you should definitely watch it, because I love that video. It's so fucking good, and I don't understand people, and I get quite honestly pissed off at people who say, oh, you like Beastars? You must be a furry, bro. This guy's a furry. Listen, man, if me liking Beastars makes me a furry, then I'm a fucking furry. Like, at this point, I don't give a shit. You can call me all the names you want. I will still stand by Beastars being this absolutely fucking incredibly well-written show that is just really fucking unique. And look, if you've been watching as much anime for as long as I have, you really need to look for something that is really truly unique, and Beastars is definitely that one show. Studio Orange does an amazing job with the anime adaptation. Yes, it is 3D, but Studio Orange makes 3D work. Somehow, miraculously, they made it work with Land of the Lustrous. They made it work with Beastars Season 1, and it's fucking great. And Itagaki Part of the original creator of Beastars is absolutely just so good at what she does. It's so good at the sketchy art style and just the incredible character development. I know I'm just fawning over Beastars, but that's how much I'm excited for the second season, my dude. So I'm definitely going to be checking this one out, and you guys should too. Alright, up next we have, oh my god, it's somehow longer than the last light novel title. 例えばラストダンジョン前の村の少年が序盤の街で暮らすような物語. It's a light novel? You don't fucking say. Optimistic young Lloyd would like nothing more than to achieve his life's dreams of becoming a soldier in the capital. Unfortunately, his neighbors and friends consider him the weakest boy in the village and are sure Lloyd will meet his doom the minute he sets out on his foolhardy journey. But no one realizes that by living near the most dangerous dungeon in the land, what the locals consider to be everyday annoyances would be apocalyptic for anybody else. And when Lloyd defies the townspeople and makes off for a starter town for adventurers, the rest of the kingdom is able to find out just how overpowered Lloyd really is. Oh, fantastic. It's another fucking power fantasy wank fest. Thank you, anime industry. We haven't had enough of those already. Although, to be fair, this is Leiden Films, and this poster, is quite nice. I do like this poster. It's not like your generic like front shot of guy and girl who is probably gonna bone by the end of the series, right? So you know what? I'll give Light and Points films for that. But other than that, it's really nothing new or exciting for me. So let's just move on. All right, up next we got Jaku Kyara Tomozaki-kun. By Project Number 9. Okay, Project Number 9's back at it with something a little bit different from the looks of it. It's a drama harem romance school. Oh, so it's a harem show. Okay, it's like a rom-com harem. Okay, well, let's read the synopsis and check it out. Fumiya Tomozaki is a high school student who is one of Japan's best gamers. Oh, he's a true gamer girl. God damn, what's your Twitch channel, bro? But in reality, he is alone. It's like that Facebook meme of like, I am in this photo and I don't like it. He always insisted life is a horrible game. That is such a fucking insult thing to say. One day he meets Aoi Hinami, a perfect heroine of the school. She says to him, take this game called Life seriously. Is life a horrible game or a great game? Under Ninami's guidance, a life strategy by a high school student who is bottom tier character is about to begin. Oh, so basically this is school survival guide for incels. It's like, hey, do you have a Twitch channel? Are you alone? Do you hate women? Watch Jaku Kyara Tomozaki-kun. No, but seriously, I mean, look, this sounds like it's going to be just fun times, just fun incel-y times. Probably is going to have a lot of cringy elements to it, which I won't be able to stomach, but hey, I'm just going to check it out because, again, I have no idea. These kinds of shows could really be a massive hit or a massive miss, so you'll never know until you check it out, so I'm definitely going to at least check this one out. Alright, up next we have Kemono Jihen. By Ajiado. Oh, this is an interesting art style. Kind of has like a mid-2000s look to it, but it's based off a manga. Hey, finally something that's based off a manga. Be nice to do more of those, eh, anime industry? When a series of animal bodies that rot away after a single night begin appearing in a remote mountain village, Inugami, a detective from Tokyo who specializes in the occult, is called to investigate. While working the case, he befriends a strange boy who works in the field every day instead of going to school. Shunned by his peers and nicknamed Dorotabo after a yokai that lives in the mud, he helps Inugami uncover the truth behind the killings. But supernatural forces are at work, and while Dorotabo is just a nickname, it might not be the only thing about the boy that isn't human. Oh, so okay, so it's kind of like Soul Eater meets Detective Conan. It doesn't seem like the most unique thing in existence, but you know, there have been a lot of shows that kind of fit into that genre and realm that tend to do pretty well. So I think I'm definitely going to check this one out. I think this might be a fun little, you know, not exactly the most incredible shonen series out there, might just be the most generic shit out there, but it's usually shows like this that, if presented well, and if Ajiado does a good job, it's usually just like a really fun ride that you can't help but be like, hey, you know what, I paid $5 for this, I waited 2 hours in line, but you know what, that was a fun ride, I could probably do that again. Ooh, okay, up next we have Otherside Picnic. Ooh, this is a shoujo ai. Wow. How often have we had shoujo eyes recently? I feel like we haven't had one in a long fucking time. Like, not Yuri, like actual like proper shoujo eye. Huh. You know what? I do have like a weird soft spot for shoujo ai. Like, there's a lot of crap shoujo ai and yuris out there, and especially some of the recent like anime adaptations, like, you know, Netsuzo Torapu and Citrus and stuff like that haven't been amazing anime adaptations, but there've been some pretty good shoujo eyes out there, especially in the manga world. And I guess this is based off a light novel, which is also quite interesting. But yeah, wow. Let's read the synopsis because I'm kind of interested in this. Her first encounter with Toriko Nishina was on the other side after seeing that thing and nearly dying. What's the thing? A penis? You talking about a penis? Ever since that day, exhausted university student Sorao Kamikoshi's life changed. In this other world full of mystery, which exists alongside our own, dangerous beings like the Kunekune and Hashaku-sama that are spoken of in real ghost stories appear. For research, for profit, and to find an important person, Toriko and Sorao set foot into the abnormal. A tale of two girls' bizarre exploration and survival brought to you by an up-and-coming sci-fi author. Huh, okay. So this is like Gegege no Kitaro, but with shoujo ai. I know I keep saying Gegege no Kitaro, but like literally whenever there's any kind of like yokai element thrown into it, it's like the first show I think of because it is the manga that started it all. I apologize. In other words, this is going to be some really interesting stuff. And I genuinely wonder how much of the actual shoujo ai element they are going to throw into this show. Like that's the thing I'm most like kind of looking forward to. Like if they do the shoujo elements correctly and they kind of are able to intermingle that with the kind of supernatural adventure fantasy plot line that follows it, then I think this is going to be, you know what, somewhat interesting. I think, again, this is going to be somewhat of a unique entry into this season, so I'm probably going to check this one out. Again, I have a weird spot for Yuri and shoujo stuff because it's so rare to see it. It's like finding that one insect when turning over a rock and being like, oh, hey, cool, look at that, I haven't seen you in a while. It's one of those, right? So I'm definitely going to check this one out. It might be good, might not. We're going to have to see. And last, but certainly not least, we have Infinity. Not skate, it's skate, but the 8 is flipped over and it's an infinity sign now. Eat your heart out, Avril Lavigne. This is done by Bones, and it just looks like Bones has just created a skateboarding sports manga or anime, and it's an original as well. I mean, you know what? I can't say no to that. It's Bones, and it's skateboarding, and it's with pretty boys. Bro, sign me the fuck up with that. Reki, a high school sophomore and skater, is addicted to S, a highly secret and dangerous downhill skateboarding race that takes place in an abandoned mine. The skaters are especially wild about the beefs, or heated battles that erupt in the races. Oh, I hope they fucking freestyle while they're going down this like half pipe. That's gonna be fucking awesome. Reki takes Langa, a transfer student returning to Japan after studying abroad, to the mine where the races are held. Langa, who has no skateboarding experience, finds himself pulled into the world of S. Bro, if they fucking nail this animation, if they make the skateboarding animation look absolutely fucking sick, dude, I think I'm gonna like this show. Like, I don't know. I mean, look, I'm a massive fan of like Tony Hawk's Pro Skater games. Like, I used to skateboard a little bit myself, and I don't know, just like the whole skate culture thing is just so fucking dope. Like, I know it's like old school and shit like that. Like, it's very like 90s cool, but hey, you know what? As a 90s kid, I fucking love that shit, man. So like, if Bones nails the animation of like the skating, and it doesn't even matter if it has like a crappy story or like forgettable characters, if they just fucking nail the Sakuga, my dudes, of the skateboarding, I think this show is going to be a little bit of a guilty pleasure for me. In the same sense that, like, you know, something like Free is a guilty pleasure show for me, right? Like, I didn't really give a shit about the story or characters, but my god, Kyoto Animation made that water look absolutely delectable. So yeah, I really hope that Bones really pulls through with this show, and I'm probably going to be the only one who is watching this seriously, but hey, I'm going to be in for the ride no matter how crappy it is. But anyways, guys, that's going to do it for this episode's What Will I Be Watching for the Winter 2021 anime season. So far, yes, although the top of the list is basically all sequels to already established shows, you know what? This first season is definitely looking a lot more interesting or unique. I definitely do think that this first Winter 2021 season is probably going to be pulled by all of the sequels, especially Attack on Titan final season, you know, Re:Zero, Yakusoku no Neverland, probably Beastars season 2 as well, and the Slime Isekai obviously. But you know what, if people manage to get under the surface a little bit, you know, go past the surface layer of all of the already established sequels, I think there's going to be a couple of rough diamonds hidden underneath in terms of brand new series out there. So I'm definitely going to try and keep my eye out on those. But yeah, guys, that's basically it for my first impressions of the brand new Winter 2021 anime season. Let me know what your thoughts are down in the comments below. What shows will you be watching? What shows you won't be watching? And hey, I'll leave as well the link to this Winter 2021 anime list brought to you by livechart.me, who still haven't sponsored me. Come the fuck on, guys. So I guess as well, let me know in the comments below what shows I didn't talk about in this video that I think or you think I should check out. But anyways, guys, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Like a favorite if you enjoyed, subscribe for Anime Banter, and keep watching anime. Ciao!